Alright, so I just took a whole bunch of dice out of my vibratory tumbler. Um, they've been in there for like a couple weeks, just because I wanted to see how things would turn out, like how long is too long, can you do it too long, blah blah blah. And I was also waiting for my new pressure pot to come in, so it's not like I could really cast anything between now and then anyway, so... my only concern with the vibratory tumbler being going that long is I'm starting to get some rust on this center post here. I got a lot of condensation on the inside of the lid. I'm not 100% sure why, but yeah, lots of condensation. But when you actually like touch the corn cob stuff, it's not like moist. I know people hate that word, but you know, it's not like there was excessive amounts of moisture. It just only showed up on the lid. It was weird. Anyway, so I have this thing. Ultrasonic cleaning machine. I got this at the same place that I got my new pressure pot. And you can see I just pulled these guys out of the tumbler. And you can see there's schmutz stuck in the numbers. And I don't want to have to manually scrub that stuff. So I'm going to run this guy for the very first time and see how it works. Okay, so I didn't let that cycle finish all the way because I noticed that a lot of dice were like sticking out and all that. So I separated them out and I did all of the D20s and D12s together. And I did all of the rest together. And these guys, all of the rest, they have already taken a spin through this. It also heats up. Like, I started with cold water and it's warm water now. So we'll see how well that plays with the resin too, I guess. But when these guys went through their first run, it was just water, and I pulled them out. And then while these guys were taking a bath, I did what I'm about to do to these guys. So I'm just going to let these soak in here because the noise in this is atrocious. I hate that noise. That's like the one bad thing about this jewelry cleaner is the noise. I can't do it. Okay, so these have played around in the sonic cleaner for 540 seconds, I guess. And there's still corncob bits stuck in the numbers. Like you can see in the one there, and like you can really see it on this guy because this guy wasn't inked. So any number you can see, that's corncob. But I will say that it has softened the corncob significantly and has made cleaning with a sonic toothbrush a heck of a lot easier. This guy is much less atrocious with the noise. I have just a little thing of soapy water over off to the side, and I'm not putting a ton of pressure down. I'm just kind of letting the toothbrush do the work. And I'm not struggling with it near as much as I was before. Like before I let them soak overnight in a glass and then had to sit there with just a regular toothbrush because I didn't have this guy. And I had to get a dental pick out, and like it was a whole production. There's still effort involved in this, but not near as much elbow grease. So, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with my purchases as far as the cleaning implements go. And I know that I'm going to be using that sonic jewelry cleaner on, well, my jewelry, as well as like my airbrush parts, and there's a whole ton of stuff that I'm going to be able to clean with that thing. So multi-purpose. And same goes for this guy too. Like, how have I gone this long without having a sonic toothbrush for not my face? Got so much stuff I could clean with this. This is awesome. Anyway, okay, I'm going to clean this stuff and get my second round of time going on the jewelry cleaner for rinsing, and I will come back and show you the results of all of this tumbling and cleaning. Alright, so I've got everybody all scrubbed up, and yeah, I looked back, and my last video is when I took these guys out of the vibratory tumbler after 3 days. And that video was a week ago. So yeah, we're talking a decent amount of time here having these guys just rattling around in the corn cobs. And the results are actually pretty interesting. I'm pretty impressed. Everything is still, I would still consider these sharp edge dice. They're definitely softer to hold. The edges are certainly smoother, and every face is shiny. Every face. But the ones that had more egregious scratches and things like that, like, you can still see the scratches, but it's also shiny. So that I thought was really interesting. You know, like I said, it's not going to fix a bad mold or a bad casting, but, and of course, all of the faces that didn't have problems are still super duper shiny, and it's just the, you know, the edges are just, they're comfortable. I would still call this sharp edge. As you can see with my D10s, like, that's still pretty freaking pointy, right? Yeah, look at all those faces. It's just, wow. Like I said, there's still scratches where there were scratches, but it's also shiny, which is just really interesting to me. You can see a face without scratches and a face with scratches, but they're both shiny, which is just really cool. For clear dice, transparent dice, again, you can see scratches if there were scratches, but everything's shiny. It's just really cool. As far as cleaning goes, the big chunky D20s were the hardest to clean, because I think the size of the numbers is just right for those little corncob bits to get stuck in, and so they were the worst to clean. They took the longest. Everybody else, like, it was just a quick little once over with the toothbrush and off we go. But yeah, these guys required a little digging. But honestly, with the results that I'm getting, I'm not mad about it at all. At all. Quite pleased. Here was another interesting result. These D6s. So these are what I would consider rounded edge dice. Like, that's, they were originally rounded like this, and now they're just even more smoothly rounded. But you can see the face that had all of the scratches and messed up. It's shiny. It's still scratched, but it's shiny. It's just really neat. And yeah, you can see the acrylic paint has not withstood a week and then some of vibratory tumbling and a couple of passes with the sonic jewelry cleaner and the sonic toothbrush. But that was part of the experiment, you know? And again, all of the scratches, but it's shiny. So it has done something. It has improved whatever I've put in there. And holy cow, is everything else. Like if you get rid of the scratches and then throw your dice in there, you're going to come out with dice that look like glass. Seriously, it's a very exciting prospect. The one face with the scratches, but then all the other faces are just stunning, just absolutely stunning. The one face with the scratches, and then just smooth as glass, absolutely smooth as glass. So yeah, I think this process has actually saved a few of these dice from the garbage bin and has promoted them to the flawed bin. Definitely with molds like this, they're not going to be, the premium bin. Definitely not. But, I mean, that's the point of having dice to experiment with. And just to show you, I'll get... So here's one of my masters. I still need to clean it off from having cast it, but this is one of my masters. And you can see how very sharp that is. Not a gigantic difference, honestly. That's still sharp edge dice. This is just more comfortable to hold. This feels finished. That's the term I was looking for. This feels like a finished product. And this feels raw. It feels like there's more to go. There's something else that needs to happen here. This feels unfinished. And this definitely feels like a finished product. That's the best way I can describe that. So yeah, it's still a sharp edge dice. There's still sharp edge dice. But this feels finished. Because it is. Alrighty. I got, in case you're curious, I have links of where I got my little toothbrush and my jewelry cleaning machine, my vibratory tumbler, and my pressure pot down in the description below. Yeah, if you have any questions on my little dice experiments here, let me know. I hope this was helpful, enlightening, etc. And have a good day. Bye!